Good morning. It's time for Friday morning coffee. I missed last week because I had a massive sinus infection that actually ended up swelling up the entire left-hand portion of my face, and it was incredibly unattractive. So I was not able to do this last week, so we're going to pick up right where we left off the last time we talked about actually negotiating your offer and going under contract, and the next step in that is your due diligence period. This is a very important period, and it's also important to note, as we do almost every week, that our comments and everything that we discuss on social media and on our website and our blog is all based on our real estate experience in the state of Georgia. So if you are not in the state of Georgia, this might look a little bit different, so just keep that in mind. So when you go into your due diligence period, this is the period of time that you can walk away from the contract, meaning you can terminate the contract, not go forward with the purchase of this house for any reason at no penalty to you. So you will get your earnest money deposit back. This is a very important period of time, and it's actually going to be the shortest of all of your contingencies. Usually it's going to be between 10 to 14 days, depending on what is negotiated during that negotiation period. And this is going to be the time where you do your home inspection. If you want to do a termite inspection, I've had buyers who are buying older homes to be rehabbed. They've done lead paint tests, they've done mold tests. Those are a little bit less common, but they do happen. It's the period of time where you're going to try to find out as much about this house as possible. And then you're going to negotiate with the seller on repairs that you would like the seller to make, or additional concessions that you would like the seller to make to offset some of the repairs that might need to be done based on your inspections that you've had. One thing I always like my clients to remember, especially when you're buying a resale, especially when you're buying an older home, you are not buying a new house. So there are going to be things that come up on the inspection. There are going to be things that you are going to have to take on as a homeowner after you close. So you're going to get an inspection report that may have 40 items on it, may have 10, it may have 70 items on it, just depending on the type of house, depending on the age of the house. And there are going to be some things that, yes, the seller will address, maybe. There are going to be some things that you're going to have to know as a homeowner, you're going to have to take on after the fact. So just remember, the list is going to be long. There are going to be some things that are super easy, and that's what you have a real estate agent for. And in our case, actually, my husband, who's a general contractor, will oftentimes advise on our inspection reports as well. He'll sit down with the buyers and go through the reports, and he'll say, this is really no big deal, or this is something that you may want to concentrate on. So once you get through the due diligence period, you've negotiated the repairs. The repairs themselves do not have to be completed by the end of that period, but the repairs do have to be completed usually 3 to 5 days prior to closing, whatever you decide to agree on with the seller. So that's the due diligence period, and next week we're going to talk about your financing contingency. So that's when we start talking about what the loan process looks like and what the financing process looks like. I hope you guys have a great weekend and a great week, and I will see you next week. Bye!